Let me show you the white people that's around my social economic system doing their fucking voodoo and shit a certain type of way with their little habitation, with their little fucking serpentine and shit. Now, let me show you how real this situation is, right? So I'ma just be real with you to show you how fucked up certain people are, right? You see how I was at the gas station just now and the guy told me, "Oh, you can't be over here, you making a disturbance and I'm making a documentary, show you the foolishness of their consciousness, how fucked up some of them are, right?" Yo, but the nigga at the gas station looked like the fake Joseph that almost fucked over my wife Mary and shit. Remember the reason why I had to come watch the other nigga because I was like, yo, one day the nigga probably gonna be bringing home spoiled milk. I gotta come watch this nigga every day. And then on top, you going back to the crib. The nigga don't even realize who he's learning from. How you gonna learn from a nigga that's not your real dad? And I'm over here John the Baptist every day. You fucking learn from me. They ain't send you to school, nigga. They said you come learn from me because I was a real situation. And the little fuck up nigga, the little stink fuck up nigga. And speaking about Rob, right? Speaking about what Rob did with Justine Silly, and you see the little stink, little fuck up nigga, the nigga that fucking almost also caused the ruin of Christ, like, because he was with that army situation. Or army, I've been wronged again, army. The nigga thought he was being nice, the other nigga, and then the other nigga got psychotic with his shit. Yo, listen, I don't know about your Jucky Jam situation. Speaking about all the Jucky Jams and all the funny situations, I got like 11% right now on this video on my phone. Then I gotta go recharge it again. Then I gotta go to the store for myself to go get something. Now I had to walk all the way back after my fucking phone died. Look at this. I had to walk all the way back after my fucking phone died. I had to walk all the way back after my fucking phone died and just to come make this fucking video and stuff. So, I'm gonna just be real. It stink people, man. It stink, my nigga. I ain't never fuck with none of these people going around dusty bitches in a dusty atmosphere and shit, man. Not wintertime, not even over and shit. This shit still does need to be clean. These dusty bitches jumping on niggas' backs. That fuck out of here. Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you, because it ain't raining yet. What the fuck? Who are you talking about? Niggas riding around, it ain't even fucking rain to clean the fucking ground or water it down yet. What the fuck was that? Dusty ass bitch. Know the difference in physics even when it comes to nature's elements. Yo, let me just tell you how real the situation is, right? Now, I'm gonna just be real with you and shit. It's just like, an individual. I told you your fucking China, your soy sauce bitch. The fucking soy sauce bitch already trying to fucking get in other niggas' habitations and shit, trying to fuck niggas over in their habitation. So next thing you know, she'll be over there pointing niggas out. Then next thing you know, if I let my son even come home with family, every time he's speaking to a fucking girl, the children I had with the celestial, every time he's speaking to a girl, I gotta get nervous because I'm thinking, what is he speaking about? And if he was around my other family, then on top of it, anytime he's drinking water, I gotta get nervous because what is he drinking water? It don't make no sense. So leave him with his fucking mother and shit. Don't make no sense because his mother gonna kill him with her boyfriend anyway. You know what I'm saying? The other chick says she's a Jew. She wanna be a drug dealer. Yo, I told her, yo, if you wanna be a drug dealer, no wonder you wanna be a drug dealer. You hanging out with a chick that when you came through, she didn't give a fuck about what you came through about, and she just wanted to violate your situation like you never cared about her, like you never regarded her, unless you had this plan already, and then on some next situation. But she should have knew. Well, somebody wants to know who's older. I don't got time for you to find out anything about that because both of your celestial empresses and stuff. So you think about that, at a time of schooling and shit. I don't gotta tell you nothing about your situation. I'm not gonna tell you who's older and who's not older neither. Just know this is where I'm at and I was comfortable where I'm at. The nigga come outside, the other thing. Yo, and let me tell you, Colombia, if you had children that came to this social economic system because they wanted to rob me for value, and then you're already fucking up individuals' consciousness with cocaine. Then on top of it, I'm going somewhere because you wanted to rob me for value a certain type of way. Then your children that fucked up your life, that gave away your nourishment to social economic system because they said even if you doctored individuals you weren't supposed to doctor just because even if you were older and they were continuance of a empress that was more than them a certain type of way, even that social equality and you being like bigger sister, big brother program being a bigger sisters. If your children fucked up the reason for my etiquette, my social economics for value because you were mad because I had a house that was a certain type of way and your social economic system was a certain type of way, that wouldn't make no sense because, anyway, I don't want to speak about it. Then if your economic system was a certain type of way at a certain point and other individuals just came over here just to come fuck me up, just to want to make me go over there, tell them some headhunting because you want to be on some headhunting shit. And then on top of it, then I have money over here and another person doesn't want me to forget the money. I don't know if your daughter has a boyfriend over here because that's gonna die. And you better hope you have nothing to do with that in the paradigm of time. Because either way, I'm still going over there. And you heard what I said. 0420. This is what I'm gonna tell you right now. Another person said, what are you speaking about? 0420. Just remember those four digits of the, anyway. So let me just tell you something, how real this situation is. So if you had people come fuck up my social equality because the fact is they were targeting my finances, then on top of it mad at my caretakers, then people that already fucked up your house, because if it was drug dealers or your children as headhunters came over here, Colombia, and then they caused this type of situation, I'm going to tell you just like this, they already robbed you of your value and equality, and the people over here can't do nothing to help you because they already were a part of it. So either way, the plans that they had for their empress, Stupid. Yo, listen, let me just tell you, I'm just being real with you. Either way, the fucking plan they had for the empress of individuals just wanted to do all funny thing. And the shit that's trying to invade Colombia just walked past me looking funny a certain type of way. But wait till you find out. It looked like Shirley Temple, and it looked like Maple and shit. And then it looked like a black version of a chick named Shirley that I know, or ask Mario Genti. That your Shabbat shits, or your shield shits, your lives that took your live shits, the shits that said they were love that tried to kill the real love empress, and then we changed her name to Liv, and then on top of it she went after my wife Liv and didn't know the difference, and then your fucking individuals that just wanted to say Christ was nothing to have to do with nothing. He had nothing to do with Liv neither. You gotta know the story. Another person has similarities in certain things according to their life, to remember certain stories and things that happen in certain sequences. If individuals can find themselves when they precisely remember, instead of, you know how a person, you see how I'm remembering now, and so I precisely remember situations that individuals want to know because other individuals know certain things and they just want to go backtrack before another nigga. You know, it don't even matter because, I just tell, all the crowds should be here and viewing me one a day or later. Like this is something they should have all been hearing and viewing already. So it don't even matter to me. But another person, I don't know what they're telling you. If you lying to yourself or if people so spoiled a certain type of way, because when it comes to their empress and all funny type of situation, I don't care because I'm leaving Kenya anyway. I don't give a fuck about your stalker situations. The element empress, I'm gonna tell you just like this. If you had stinks that was stashed and stink, and then you let out some doombox situations like I told you, like I made on the other YouTube, White as Gold, Ralph Lane JR, Majesty Chi, White as Gold. If you had already doombox situations, that already try to rob you for social economics and stuff, I'll just let you know. I'll just let you know straight up and down ahead of time, they already plotted on you because they want to leave and not come back, and no wonder your elements and your foundation to the consecration cracked. Another person could have been let out a certain type of way, and it would have never cracked. But another person wasn't forgiven, so they didn't give a fuck about what was protecting them either. So it's like killing their own magic it's like a person that fucked themselves up. Yo, you listen, my magic that I did, it's like making consecrated ground. You can't help yourself. I had to be the one to do it because I'm the reason why you broke the oath and then you were fucked up in the first place. Because you did something wrong to me that fucked up the dignity between me and your mother. So you cracked this consecration. You see how these consecrations are cracked? You ain't fixing that because now you fucked up for sure. Now is this like it's like coming and check on where certain things a place I had it and then know that the shit cracked a certain type of way and the man says, oh, I know you did wrong for sure. I'm out. I ain't fucking you. They ain't no saving you because now the element empress gotta realize you just manipulating her and you're gonna demoralize her literal element. But it'll show literally through time and stuff. So, because you can't go back in time to try to get the concrete. I'm going to look at you like you crazy because I'm going to be setting the foundation looking at you like, what the fuck you even doing here when I'm fixing certain things? Nobody built certain things and redone certain things with me. So another person's looking like a crackhead that's going to get even wrapped up even more tight. It's like a extra wrapping a niggas going to get somewhere illness. I ain't even going to tell you. So, I'm just going to tell you, but like I told you, that soy sauce China chick, the fucking element empress of China, that fucked up because I'm wondering if it was Collab or Ixa, China, or any of them that did the situation that caused what to happen a certain type of way, or was it the star beings doing martial arts, or was it somebody wearing the empress dress when I was supposed to be making sure the equality was precise when my empress was supposed to be by my side? Was it somebody wearing her dress to a situation that did some martial arts and that failed in the martial arts and my wife never failed? And then on top of it, my wife had to feel like she had to sacrifice herself to show that she was the real situation, the person wasn't her, before the other person tried to manipulate her if it was a purity of a legacy and lineage, and then on top of it had to take a vital blow because of something a certain type of way, and knowing that the other person wasn't even able to fulfill a situation in the paradigm of time, and it's her don't want to lose her identity, know who she really is, and then a person doing something wrong. Because even if I put my hands on my wife, I made my wife, so I can never hurt her because my quality of the healing would be instant. That's how she'll know the difference between another individual. Another individual, it literally hurt her because he can't is like wild emotions. They ain't gonna be able to backtrack and control all that. And another person ain't gonna waste their time of another person trying to enter the sequence of when I was Enoch and then trying to backtrack all type of situations and stuff. It's like people that wanted black people not to refine themselves because they wanted to kill Kenny, and then people that wanted black people not to refine themselves because if black people refine themselves, they're the depth of value, some of them. So another person doesn't know the difference of a person being a depth of value, where they shouldn't have never even knew black people was a depth of value, and then they telling you to demoralize your depth of your value you really know in your mother so they can recondition you so your mother never really had you. Then you really lose yourself, and you could their mother could be like a real crackhead and got her. I'm just being real, so let me be real with you. So I had to go charge my phone. I told you already and stuff. I only have 13% now. I still gotta go charge my phone. Now, just like I told you and stuff, right? Now, I just want to finish making this video. I don't want to have to wait, finish and make videos. Those are supposed to be my last video. I don't plan to make any more fucking YouTube videos. I'm done telling y'all certain things. But anyway, let me just be real with you, right? So these white people didn't want black people. These white people, Hispanic, Latin, Latino, probably Latin, Latino, Hispanic, Asian, indigenous, Indian people didn't want black people refining a certain type of way. Well, they say black people, but a person's never black. Black is really beautiful, but I'm a man that's very calmly, but I'm gonna just tell you just like this. I'm a man that's naturally indigenous and I'm Indian. So probably these white people, I'm gonna say Caucasian and white people, because it would have to come, the ball grease would have to start from somewhere. So I would say either Asian Caucasian people that don't want individuals to be their own depth of value because they want their mother to be lost because of other bad marriages and funny things that happen in time and people trying to break the energies like Guinness Book of World Records. And then me being I'm the real Ra, my nigga. It has nothing to do, there's nothing. I'm the real situation himself, the real Ra himself. Now, I'm just going to tell you just like this, my nigga. And I mean literally in the physical flesh that even before I started making these videos, when people knew me, I was already here waiting for time. Yo, my nigga, let me just explain something to you, my nigga. Another person think it's a joke. Yo, it's like black people. Black people are already naturally of value and stuff. You see? Fuck boys that's behind me trying to do funny things. Black people are already of value a certain type of way. If you have individuals in life that already want to demoralize your empress and the reason of your existence and the reason of your being, and they want to crack your empress because they don't want her to remember because bad marriages, other people that did funny things, other people have fucked up certain type of other people have fucked up certain type of equality. a certain type of way from other things that done happen in the paradigm of time, and then people looking for an excuse to do funny things. If they wanted to devalue your empress and they didn't want her to remember herself, they want you to demoralize yourself. That means they don't want you refining a certain type of way in the physical reality, so your empress would lose herself all the way and you could lose yourself because they don't want you around, and they don't want you being the depth of your empress. And that means that a person doesn't want you knowing your mother because somebody else already trying to recondition your mother to forget you, so she won't even be herself a certain type of way. And then her martial arts that was done at a time will be done away with because another person was already trying to break her energy and her spirits for certain other things that was let go. You never had a person that signed something and be like, oh, this and the other so-and-so. It don't matter what you sign, the empress is still gonna remember. If she decides to let you do something a certain type of way, doesn't mean she can't put you right back. She could put you right back. You know, you can't tell her that she can't, because if you do something wrong and you offend her again in the paradigm, she's going to regret if she did certain things for you a certain type of way. She might want to put you right back. So she should be responsible just to make sure whatever her situation is. And now I'm speaking to my wife. Now, I'm going to just tell you just like this. You know, other individuals at a point in time that doesn't like black people because they wanted black people to demoralize and lose the forms of value of themselves. So this way they would demineralize what they know of their sacredcy, and then they would be able to rob the empresses of real value. So individuals that's already barbaric, that shows you can't rob the empress, they want you to rob the empress. Now, it's just like I tell you, individual, if a person got to make a stand to make a change for the physical reality and tells you, listen, man, you know, they're standing up for their house, it's something to show you that they care, or the reason that they're standing up for. If they show you they don't care about their consciousness and they're going all the way, that just shows you the reason of one's depth and why one has to be militant. But if a person goes and does something funny and then they don't want to care about certain other things, and then they care about certain things that's according to the quality of the empress, sometimes a point of leniency could be okay, but some point of leniency can't even be okay with some fucked up people that's a certain type of way, especially when it comes to the love empresses. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Now, a person says, I told you even when I was making Sanders, there was individuals moving with me that knew the reason of honor and they knew the reason of the future equality. Other people don't need to know them things. And I was already speaking on this on Sanders. So anybody telling you anything different or just lying to you, and there's people that just want to infiltrate and they just want to murder the astrological empress because they didn't want people to know what I was speaking about, because they were trying to lie, steal the equality of the future. Now, I'm going to just tell you certain black people, because the fact is you didn't refine with me a certain type of way, and you trying to kept taking advantage, trying to bring certain things a certain type of way, and then you had empresses that was already trying to manipulate the physical reality that wanted to be a part of my life in equality. Then you had people that didn't even want to be real with me, because it's like, if I see my wife and my wife recognize me before I recognize her, ain't she supposed to speak to me? So your man came home from court. That means you never really loved your man. So you were out there on some dead presidents with your boyfriend driving around, and then you lying to people. Then if that's the case, then fuck it out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be real. There's no excuse, because a child is looking at individuals like, it's just like immaculate conception. I'm the reason of immaculate conception. But if I have a child, how you gonna save his magic if I don't fulfill his inner intent, the reason of his existence? Why wouldn't you re-strengthen the magic of the higher quality and be looked upon as honor because a person was immaculate? How about if person didn't tell you already, you were already born in yourself of immaculate conception, and you had immaculate conception, and then because you didn't fulfill the immaculate conception of yourself and of your child that you had, the other person didn't want to tell you who you were because it seems like you were a natural depressant, that you probably fighting the wrong type of things or something that already happened, or another person doesn't want you to know that you were part of immaculate conception, that fucked up their magic even more, so they left them at a stumbling block because they couldn't refine like you could have refined at the time, because you could have saved everybody's life. So that's people that's thinking of greed, or they got around the wrong people in social economics that started deteriorating their minds, just like black people. Black people or other people don't want you. It don't mean that you're black, or your skin is of a depth element, some of you, and then on top of it, they don't want you to know the strength of yourself because another person's not on the level to have your strength. And then the other people that's on your level to know the strength, they don't want to keep the reason of the vitalness, because they know the reason of the order of certain ways that's different in certain ways because another person doesn't know another. They'll think one order is one way and then an order be another way somewhere else. Another order be one way, then it'll be somewhere else another way. But another person already probably trying to figure that out between people because they want to devalue certain orders of individuals and they just want to cause individuals to have a stumbling block. But if a person's already trying to put you away and then your mother put you a certain type of way for her own reason of her martial arts and to protect you because something that wouldn't be done with your birth, so a certain type of quality had to be given to you a certain type of way for you to be in existence. And if you lose this certain type of quality, it'll be losing yourself forever in the paradigm of time. And another person probably didn't want you around because they want your mother to be vulnerable and they probably knew the history about you a certain type of way and they just want to get at you. And then you know empresses that matter, other empresses in their temperament or cause a certain type of reality of physics and the physical reality. And another person just following physics like a Pharisee that doesn't know the situation. And then the empress don't want to tell them the real story because she's already on some like, you know, if you know this, then you're going to know this and you're going to probably try to say you're her and then you just looking like her because the purity and purity that we had all through existence. And then on top of it, she's trying to hold her own identity. She one person looking like her. And then next, you know, she get caught up in a situation, can't tell you the story. And then when you follow the physics, then she's sad because she's like, yo, damn, you know, I was just a little angry at a certain time, but, you know, I can't tell the person because now they gotta keep the reason of the sacredcy is like moving like a ninja. They gotta keep the reason of sacredcy and keep it moving. But another person got to know the reasons of the levels of life and the reasons of morals, values, and why to honor. So when a person tells you no, is no. When a person tells you have respect, is respect. When a person tells you honor this, is honor this. The person tells you have value this, value this. You can't do nothing else. Now I'm just telling you how real this is. Now I'm gonna just show you how real. I'm gonna continue showing you how real situations are. Now, a person says the empress, because I got to continue and advance and forward on individuals. A person tells the individuals how real situations is because a person doesn't want their mother to realize the quality of their depth so they could demoralize them and the mother could lose themselves and really be in a coma so certain empresses won't be remembered in the paradigm of time. But those are other individuals that have this outlook that already probably try to do away with planets and try to do away with empresses and try to cause certain magic to be done away with because they were following their reality like Pharisees and fucking up individuals. Or it could have been the demoralizing people just like on Star Trek that literally jammed up the hologram empress, the empress of the virtual physical reality of the future. And then on top of it, when they jammed up the hologram, they couldn't. It's like when you jam the hologram, you can't move continuously. You got to figure out the problem. It makes it seem like, but no, is this a person actually covering a crime that they committed? And then they got to figure out the problem, because if you have to figure out a problem, you have to be clear of your own conscience to have time to thought to be yourself. You can't just be stuck at a point of time in a paradigm and trying to get out of a chamber, depending on where you at and what you did, and then another person looking for you, and then you just trying to become. Nobody wants a false reality like angel. Like angels are real reality, but nobody wants individuals to cause a false reality, and then next be disappearing on people a certain type of way, and then another person wants them to know the reasons of the lesson, because at a point of level, a person was being honest with another person, even if they time traveled. But if you got people jamming up the hologram, it could either also be another individual that did lie, raped a certain equality, or did something wrong, demoralizing, and it caused the individual to be stagnant, and then they can't leave because the empress said that person did this, and they're gonna be stagnant a certain type of way. So when that person's family looking for them, they're gonna find out what caused that emotion, or if it was somebody that tried to get away, or something that was caused a certain time that they didn't. The individuals of the regard didn't put a handle on, or make sure that the situation would never occur again in the physical reality. So an individual will know the reason of one's habitation, of one's conduct, of one's humility, or one's of one's regard or consecration of one's consciences. So now I'm gonna just be real with you. So you gotta be very careful in certain things, because another person, if they're going certain type of ways, what sexual conduct was done with individuals in the physical, or other people that missed sexual conduct because other people wanted to manipulate it, and other people that wanted to devalue the value empresses because they were doing robberies, and then people were getting locked up, put in jail, and when they were let out, they were looking for their payment in the physical, in the paradigm, and another person didn't know what was going on, and then next thing you know, they're just looking for situations keep on occurring, because a person got to watch another person's habitation before certain things continue, before you let certain things start happening with individuals. So a person that tried to devalue people that was of depth color, of of Indian, indigenous, or whatever, Asian or Caucasian, another person already just wanted the empress to be devalued so she wouldn't remember herself. So this way they would demoralize and they wouldn't be able to hold the reason of their regard or know their existence because the trauma that was given to people in a paradigm of time, and then they just wanted to keep it like that and crippled. And it could have been individuals in the military or individuals that didn't want people to recover. But how about the innocent people, the reason of their dignity, of their immaculate conception that never did wrong until a point? So a person got to consider that also. And then another person that done raped and pillaged and did so much other funny things, don't know what's around. And when they find certain things around, they're already mad because another person have realized what they did in their rap shit and how they manipulated. So all these things are wonderful in count in physics. And if you have people like that did raping and pillaging and demoralized and did funny things to people when they weren't supposed to, it's supposed to show, because then people are going to be put away. And the reason why probably an empress wants to be a drug dealer. So whatever. Another person says, when I came in the period, I washed my hands. Hey, put that away. Seal it up, put it in the vape. You know how it goes already. So I don't give a fuck. So, I'm just being real with you, because another person, you ain't gonna be fooling individuals, fucking with individuals' intellect, especially when it comes to recovery, because I'm a real fucking doctor, nigga. I'm the real individual that I made existence, literally. So ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck what you did. I don't give a fuck what type of people you know. If you gonna go, you gonna go. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck. And especially if a wrong nigga had the wrong emotions when he wasn't supposed to, you really gone. I don't give a fuck, because there's nothing new under the sun, but I ain't conditioned you at that time. So what the fuck you doing here? So that's what I tell a nigga. What? Because ain't nobody can tell me. In the paradigm of time, I am the paradigm. Nobody got no right to tell me shit about that. But the reason you educate is because of me. And once one say I feel like y'all want to jump me, come around, it'll be whatever, nigga. Another nigga already got a pimple follow him on his ball sack and shit. Oh, man. Anyway. Like I said, though, I'm going to be real with you. So another person, like I told you, so it's like China's situation. Ain't nobody want China around a certain type of way, the feminine being, knowing that she'll probably devalue somebody, or the children that may have caused that emotions that might have been fresh in value or gold. Like, because when I called her, there was children that I put away that was of gold, that knew what was going on. So if they had the wrong thought, the wrong intentions in their martial arts and went and did the wrong thing, it's just like if they went and got the wrong weapons, if they went and even drank the wrong juice or food, didn't even know who made it, if they were irresponsible with their physics, then it ain't nothing for me to say a word and just hold you right where you at. So then we'll see how much a person wants fronts after that, right? And I mean gold teeth. Nigga be like, oh, look at this. We got melting pot. We'll see how real your martial arts was, right? But like I said, though, man, it's a wonderful situation and stuff, man. So I'm going to be real. I don't give a fuck about individuals or what individuals say or whatever. And China, I can't trust her because you know too much in life for the empress to risk herself a certain type of way, and then you were a part of her quality. So if she's trying to meditate to get her physical right and don't want to lose herself, she got to consider what she got to put away that she just can't have around a certain type of way. And to the children, there were continuance of me and her love. So depending on the reality and the paradigm of time. But like I said, though, I don't got time for that right now, but another time, you never know. So, and if one knew and didn't say nothing, then shut the fuck up and don't say nothing. So, I'm gonna be real, and if other people didn't want black people to refine, probably because, part of me, I'm in the sun also and I'm in myself, so you're gonna see me shine a certain type of way. But probably because, they knew they want you to demoralize yourself like a mineral, so you would be, you wouldn't even be able to be called a mount to even shit, because shit can refine soil a certain type of way depending. So they probably didn't even want you to even be, even called shit. It would be, you would just be the natural deterioration. So they probably could just stick their dick in somewhere and just 11% before this phone go dead again. I had to go charge my phone and stuff. Let me be real with you, man. You hear the Amazon calling shit with the bird? Yo, that shit is crazy, my nigga. Yo, that shit snitch. That shit is a snitch. Yo, like I told you, last thing I said before the phone camera cut, probably the white people didn't want black people realizing who they was, because they didn't want them to amount to shit, even because shit could even refine the existence for the quality of nourishment. So if they even thought, because it's like mind fucking somebody. You ever had somebody try to make you think the negative about yourself because they just wanted to break down your mental of your quality? It's like, probably white people didn't want black people to know that about themselves. And look, there's a person creeping up on me right here because they wanted to lie. But you heard the things I was saying. It's just like white people, because they stopped the video and I had to literally just the thing. Anyway, it's just like white people that just didn't want black people to know who they were and stuff, because they just wanted to fucking demoralize them, because they didn't want them to feel like they were mounting to shit. So this way they could be able to get their sacredcy. Because if you think negative about yourself, it's like being too militant in one's consciousness. So if a person demoralizes you and breaks down your consciousness, they'll be able to make you lower yourself and lower your regard of your quality, and they'll be able to attack you like a serpent. And I already had snakes that was trying to bite me in the paradigm of time, and people didn't even want to tell me what was going on. And I mean literally in physics, in the physical reality, and in dream realms. So a person might have thought it was dream realms, but certain things that was happening on such a level, it was just an individual getting at an individual, but it looked like a certain type of way, because a person eases the reality for an individual to be able to handle certain things. And the things I may have did for individuals, and individuals may not have been around, or certain things that another individual is scared to handle, not just probably handle it for him, but because of the level that I'm on, it just looked like a little minute level of equality, some me being poor and just me shaking the situation off, like being in a boat with a raft, shaking it off like an individual doesn't even care because it never even happened to me. But another person probably be more than what the situation is. But I'm gonna just tell you, just like this and stuff, it's just like, a person says it's like mind fucking somebody, because if you break it down the militance of somebody's consciousness, is why it's called mind fucking. Like the Mayans used to do it a lot too. They break down the quality of a person's thoughts just to get their quality, just to be able to just get your pussy and fuck you over a certain type of way in physics. And the person be really about their situation. But if a person already done fucked somebody over, and say somebody was already stalking a person or causing a form of entrapment or total recall, because it was already known to me, individuals already trying to total recall me because they already wanted to know what the things I knew. And I was already in hostage situations in Vietnam. I was in Desert Storm. I was in hostage situations in America, even during the times of America, for individuals being held hostage and having to go to certain places and letting individuals out. Just even civil wars, individuals being held hostage in all type of situations, things that happen on the land that people don't even remember, that I already been through. So it's already showing in the paradigm of physics. Other people that want to know the history and other things, because remember, during the times of the Mayan, Aztec, and Incas, I was a star being worn in the sky in high levels. I was literally, it wasn't using the ship. People had ships also, just to show you, people had higher quality of certain type of things. And then on top of it, I was doing magic a certain type of way, even taking down, showing them I was even more than this situation. It looked like Star Wars already in the heavens to them. And then on top of it, not happen to be here. So in the paradigm of time of me already handling situations, is just breaking down in the physics, seeming minute, and then for them to acknowledge what was going on consciously, so they wouldn't be missing out, so they knew why they had to regard themselves. It would be naturally just showing in the physical reality a certain type of way in social economics and physics, on a level of physics from point 0 to 10 and beyond. So another person will probably be looking for certain other things or certain type of people of quality, and then just making sure, but then it could be even in me reflecting the way I'm reflecting at a point in time in the paradigm, and and then individuals, a social economic system, trying to figure out things of their situation and the reason why their empress reflected on another empress at the time of equality of a star, and then my wife, her being my real wife, and then the next thing you know, I'm just telling them certain things that they need to know that they probably may not know in the intricacies on the level. So some of them may knew, but some of them may not knew, and then, you know, it's just me just really making sure things are militant a certain type of way in equality. I'm a man of my word. I'm really so Lancelot. I'm a man of honesty. Another person tried to make it seem like I wasn't a man of honesty. Listen, Weber Gale, you remember King Arthur's girlfriend, my wife, anyway, she was my real wife. When I called them, they caught me sleeping with her in the forest. It wasn't King Arthur's. I had the whole purity and legacy and lineage of the whole situation, so I was with my real wife. Another person thought I was with, somebody thought I was with King Arthur's wife because they wanted to stitch it because they wanted to get at King Arthur's wife, and they were mad. It's just like when I was with Lynn, and then I was with Lynn and Lilith, and individuals came to me, was like, yo, I know where your wife is. I seen your wife, and I'm looking at them like, wow, in a paradigm, look at this. Niggas telling me they know where Lynn is, and they're like, yo, listen, and they're like, yo, your wife is this, and the other, she's all acting all wild, and I'm like, oh, all right, oh, okay. Knowing that Duntall and all them I was dealing with, I was like, oh, word, okay, well, that's okay, if you see her, tell her I said hi and stuff. And then two individuals came to me, and then on top of it, in the paradigm, after Christ's crusade situation, I was over there in a romantic picnic with my wife and stuff, and then niggas came to me, was like, oh my God, Sir Lancelot's naked with not Abigail, oh man, how could I forget my wife's name? Oh, it don't even matter at the time, but it started with a G though. You know, I was with my wife and stuff. It started with my wife, and then they ran and told King Arthur, and King Arthur's heart was broke, like, oh my God. And then right before King Arthur met me, his stupid ass didn't realize you have a whole legacy and lineage of purity of social economics. Just went through some crusades for segregation. Just finished segregating individuals for fucking Jesus to be born at a time before the Crusades. Individuals had to go to the land of David and all time. Niggas had to go to the land of David on some segregation stuff, and then individuals see an individual with a chick don't know the difference, and then ran and told the nigga so. And then when King Arthur realized I was his fucking dad, but then his mother didn't want to tell him yet, like, yo, Lancelot's your dad, but he just looks kind of young, but you should really know about the situation. And then he finds out that I'm the honesty of the circle of the round table and the one that really educated Merlin. They were all looking like dumb assholes after that. And then another person didn't know and went and told the nigga, oh, yo, I seen the nigga with your wife, you know, over there having a picnic, you know, nigga getting in it. Yeah, nigga, what the fuck? In the paradigm of time, I called my wife to the reality, the physical reality, and I had sex and I put her right back. Another nigga looked at his wife like she was defiled. She's like, I didn't even open my pussy. And she's checking her pussy like, yo, it's kind of wet, but there's kind of more people over there. And you have family coming from over there that I never seen before. You see? Oh, nigga, we gotta get this nigga out of here. This nigga a cock block. You thought you were gonna get some good pussy in this house? And not even knowing, I just feel the cellular structure of her anatomy. Anyway, I don't even want to tell her that shit, you know. Another nigga said, I nourished the matter. So there was more quality, a certain type of way of the physical purity around. But another nigga didn't realize the different points of enlightenment that made another empress a certain time. And then on top of it, still made the purity of both situations and another empress that nobody knew about and kept the education moving. Because remember, in the paradigm, they try to collapse the atmosphere even of the Superman planet. And I'm the real Dalai Lama, and I'm the one that really held it down a certain type of way. So when I brought things back, I brought it back all through the paradigm of time, you stupid ass. That's why you got to repair your anatomy using certain systems a certain type of way. But we're not going to get into the deep science of the physics because some of you white people are assholes. But like I was saying this shit, you know, since some of these white, I don't got nothing against white people, but I'm a real Caucasian man. So if you think about Caucasus Mountains or white anatomy, I'm the enrichment for you to even have anatomy of light or inkling of idea of value, nourishment of one's mentality, of one's neural activity to refine, repel, or reflect, even in consciousness or physical for one's healing. So if you're not educated to your physics and science, you're just looking like an asshole. So, there's a difference in the physical reality and stuff, in the paradigm of time. But if they didn't want white people to know what was going on, it was just looking like individuals, probably individuals just raping and pillaging, and they just want to bring a little raping and pillaging back and make fun of people for they could fucking know it's like if they're cannibals, if they're the inner intent and they turn into cannibals, because some of them are the outer intent of regard, but you ain't gonna know which ones. But if some of them are cannibals, and then they acting like cannibals, and you gotta remember, some of them that's the outer intent of the planet, outside the planet, if you weaken at a time and you lower your habitation, you're getting caught up like an entrapment. That's why it's called entrapment, because that was the reason of education in the first place. So if a person's like a fucking cannibal, and the next thing you know, they demoralizing individuals trying to get the value of an empress for they could strengthen their anatomy, you got to be very fucking careful, because that's not the way to do it. But another person's probably trying to ruin somebody, manipulating somebody, and they probably going to outside empress for help and going over their head. And on top of it, it's just causing a stumbling block while they'll just make a step. So be careful. Another person says, what happened? Because when the empress see that step, she'll know it wasn't there. And then the real empress will want to know, why is that there? Because if she happens to trip or fall, somebody gets hurt that she knew, she'll just come looking for your ass at a time. So we don't want to get into certain things, though, And me being the head of all Magi, star empress of all planets, moon, suns, earth, solar system, galaxy, star cluster, astrology, constellations. Because I don't have wild emotions. I'm the real Zeus. I'm the cake keeper. So you think about that. So anyway, another person, oh yeah, why would you come to it? Because other niggas wasn't supposed to have wild emotions. I'm the ones that showed them their martial art styles and even how to admire their reason of the inner intent. So a person says, why you came up with the style monkey, crane, snake? Because some people were fucking fallopian tubes, some fucking people large intestines, small intestines, and then the intestines had to find how to repel and know value to reflect, to fight back. So the poison wouldn't destroy their anatomy, cellular structure on a celestial earth, dealing with cellular activity, celestial earth, dealing with celestial habitation, the atmosphere with cellular activity. Or, I don't want to get into the whole science. You had to know, your body had to know how to repel and fight back. So an individual had to know the skills of one's habitation naturally to be able to hold it down physically, just to be able to break things apart for individuals to have nourishment. Because certain equality, a person has to go work hard. That's why you learn the value of equality and payment. And then a certain other situations. But because of stupidity of other people now realizing that, other people want to live like cannibals. So they felt like they were going to get at the value empress and just make the black people or people that was of value depth looking into physical reality, break down their physical, and then next chop them up. And then also killing themselves, because another person eat another person. That's like eating your protection of reflection and then leaving yourself vulnerable for the atmosphere AIDS. And another person knows that from far away, set it up like it was a video game they sent you to go play. And the next thing as soon as they come around, it's just balls deep in everybody's mouth, and their balls were never supposed to be there. And they look at you like, oh, didn't you know about your wife doing that martial art bout at that time, that boy? Then he balls deep in your shit forever, a certain type of way, and then you be fucked up. And then another person wondering. It's just like a person wondering, was China targeted? Every fucking day. every fucking day. Another say, why? My wife is my wife is the baddest lady you ever seen around. A real reason of elegance, or why you call her majesty. But the China celestial empress, she disappointed. A person says, why? Because one day I had to cover her and stuff. Another person said, what you mean? Well, I had to cover her because I knew she was going to be vulnerable. And then for me to call my wife, I got to make sure her foundation is clear so she won't be taken advantage of. So I had to cover her. So after I covered her and gave her certain equality, and then on top of it, I gave her certain other loves of my regard, of the reason to know, the reason to honor me and never to be jealous, I let her have certain reflections of other equality so she would be okay in the paradigm of time. So She wouldn't feel like she was the only one that was taking advantage of her. She would know why I'm admired by my other wife. But then you had other individuals that just wanted power, drunk emotions, not their mother, running around outside bored all day, not doing nothing in positions, looking at niggas, having fun, playing gambling, doing little things here and there, little irritations of their anatomy and physical getting at them, me not being around, being reconditioned and making sure everything is okay for a certain time being, meditating in my crib. When I'm supposed to, a person says, what happened? I'm supposed to have natural fun in life. Once I'm not having fun or happiness, then certain things bad start happening. Another person says, why do certain bad things start happening? Listen, if I'm supposed to have love in life and I'm stressed and I made life, the energies that I made, I'll charge my phone again, but you know, I have 11%, but before I have to go back inside, see? And then look, see my wife? Oh, you probably think it's probably a street light, but probably it's not even a street light, homie. The moon, my wife is really out. But I was speaking about my wife, Guinevere. Remember I was speaking to you? I was speaking about Guinevere. My wife is trying to steal my power, and I hope she ain't trying to give it to her boyfriend and shit. But you see my wife? Let me show you. Difference. You know, I'm gonna just be real with you. You know, the reason of the King Arthur story is because I was with my wife Guinevere, and then another person didn't realize I was the honesty of the Templar Knights and stuff, and I'm the real honesty of the Templar Knights. But you know, the reason that you can even have Templar Knights, the one that educated Merlin, me, Mr. Lin himself. But you know, I'm just gonna be real with you. In the paradigm of time, it don't matter. Another person says, so what is wrong? It's just like, if I'm stressed, then the forces of reality that me giving my wife and the power and everything is stressed, so it's causing deterioration. And if a person is eating people like cannibals, they're already being left vulnerable a certain type of way. And then if I'm stressed, my wife is being hurt a certain type of reality because I'm supposed to be refining, but where's the purity I'm supposed to refine with? So then you got to think about those type of situations in the physical reality, because if I'm not refining with the purity, what's going to happen? Oh, you know, I can't tell you nothing, you know, because a person wonders why I won't touch certain things, because certain things are not meant to be in certain ways. So another person was just already trying to recondition the purity of my love. It's like snatching the chain on my neck that a person said, why you snatch a gold chain? It's like, yeah, it's like killing yourself in value, because it's like, if I came and took a chain off your neck, even if you bought it, I'm not losing anything, because it really belongs to me. I'm the real value that made all value. It's just like a person says you're Caucasian. Well, you're going to learn something about the Caucasus Mountains, you know, the cores of the Caucasus Mountains and the reasons of the value of enlightenment of one's habitation. So if one just literally causes one's detrimental or hurt of realities, things will happen a certain type of way. It's just like learning the reason I'm the real value, made everything. If I take a chain off your neck, I didn't do nothing wrong. But another person will make it seem like a criminal, but I don't influence that type of situation, because even though I could do it, I don't do it because I don't want another person that can't do it, and then they go lie to somebody, and then you end up seeing it makes situations even more worse. So I don't influence the wrong type of reality. If I tell somebody, give me something, they're supposed to, but if somebody does something else, it's like telling the Empress no at the time, so the Empress already know that shit wasn't yours. Or if another person try to recondition my love, it's like it's like violating and letting your privacy be violated, and then next thing on top of it, giving away your sacredcy. And then a person said they were keeping something alive. No, another person could have just wanted to break into you. It's like, yo, listen, if I had Shaolin Temple, and then people used to come to Shaolin Temple every day and try to break into Shaolin Temple that wanted to learn lessons, how would they do it in the paradigm of time of being intelligent? A person says, oh, I don't got nothing to say. If something happens to me, then it's also, and the person lets something happen to them a certain type of way, and then they say they got something, I kept something. No, because your mother temple, nobody ever broke into your mother temple until you. Gotta keep it moving. Sorry, gotta let you go. Another nigga is sitting next to another nigga like you motherfucker. You and then on top of it, yo, my nigga, you might be going somewhere with some next nigga that's a murderer and killer, you know? It's a real murderer. Yo, listen, look, let me show you something. That's the moon right there, my nigga. I'm showing you right there. That's a, you see by the tree? That tree light right there, that's the moon. But anyway, I don't want to get too close to my I'm just happy I could see it at a point a certain type of way. But I'm not gonna go for matter of fact, I should walk further than that, but I gotta charge my phone, but my phone is gonna die. But hey, why not? Why not do it, huh? You know, probably some of you not meant to know certain things. The moon loved me so much. When I put on wHITe at night, it's like, oh my God. You know, it's like summertime to her. It's like, she's like, that's all I need right there. Yeah. She's like sweating everything, please. She's like, she said, oh my God. This is what I need. This is what I want. Come on, come on. She said, come on, come to me, come on. Like a banshee called and so, right? Oh my God. She said, come on, you know what you want. She said, come on. But the funny thing is, you notice, look the horizon over there, right? I'm going down, it says, right? But I'm going towards my wife. Or your homeboy that's gonna get killed over there in the car and shit. Don't worry about it. Or your homeboy coming up next to me right there. Just these are niggas trying to violate my privacy. Yo, these men that's coming around the cars are niggas trying to violate my privacy in the paradigm of time. So I hope my children see this. You know. So, wow. Another for real, yo, my nigga, for real. Look, you see me? I'm going towards the moon. The moon is up that way. You see in the trees, right? She's up that way. I'm going towards. You see, I'm getting dark over here, right? But when I look at myself from a distance, because you're looking at the sun. You understand now? I'm still the sun. I'll wait till there's no cars and the car turns off, and I'll show you how real what I'm saying is. I'm the real ride, my nigga. You don't know. Oh, man, too bad, man. You, another nigga's like, word? Bird, bitch? He's like, word? Let me show you something. Let me get away from this. You see, as I go this way, oh, hold on, let me go a little further and stuff because I don't want the street light manipulating you and then you not realizing the real reality. Because I'm the moon also, my nigga, but I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Another person said, what is going on? Let me just take my, notice I'm walking towards the moon. It's dark, right? All right. Without the car, but hold on. No, nigga, that's, you know. Another person said, oh, really? Okay, hold on, let me show you something. So, you could believe me or not, man, but I'm just being real with you. But, some of my, hold on. I got to get to this conversation I want to have with you. It's something I was thinking a little earlier. But I ain't saying nothing. Look, there's another nigga trying to violate my privacy. Now, this is why other niggas will put away a certain type of way at a time, too. But it's just like, let me show you how real this is. It's just like, you see my children that lived out here, and I haven't seen them. I don't know what Luciferian or devil deals they made with individuals in social economics to try to keep themselves alive because it's like selling their mother's soul. So it's like if they sold their mother's soul, what house would they be going into? Because what did they do already ahead of time? But good for you though. Another person wouldn't know, but I know the difference. That's why I walk away from situations. Yo, hold on. No, yo, I wouldn't be your dad if I didn't show you who just tried to kill you and shit, right? Hey, listen, you see me on YouTube, you guys see, yo, listen, my nigga, you got, they're going up, this is another one. And the nigga stole the light. This is Luke Homeboy, look, Luke Homeboys, look, Luke Homeboys and shit going this way, my nigga. Nigga said, "Adies." He said, said, "Mighty crowN, mighty crowN, where you there, pan?" The man them said them gonna kill Japan. Them causing a flood. Me tell the girl, step and move. If you're drinking water, me know the reason of your love. But if you go and get a drink, yo, listen, when you get to the bar, tell the bartender you only have a dub. With them I chat, blow on the radar. Wow, man. Yo, man, you don't know. You never know, man. You never know. Me tell you so much reason and thing. Yo, listen, me never know children so fucked up, Bridget. But yo, hey, you know, Guinevere, soon the baby. All right, Guinevere. But love one, me don't want this. Me don't want the video to die a certain way. So let me have my moment of privacy there. Hold on. Me have to show you. No, go on, man. Is this one me want? See, go on, man. Mind your business, Virgin. Mind your business. Go on. Go on. Hey, that's it. That's a boyfriend. That's a boyfriend. Me never know you have boyfriend, Bridget. Wow. Yo, hey. Yo, listen, let me let you go upon your way, Bridget, because a shot to me a lick, Bridget. Yeah, baby. Me seeing something going over there. Be careful, girl. Me tell you.